If I could only keep one exercise for the rest of my life to protect my knees, it would either be the deep knee bends or this one, the backwards sled. And almost nobody does it. I mention it in almost every video. So today, it gets its own. Everything you need to know. Why it works, how to start with no equipment, how to progress it, why it's one of the exercises I'd hand to literally anyone. I'm Liam Howe. Let's break down one of the most underrated knee exercises there is. And disclaimer again, I'm not a medical professional. None of this is medical advice. Always consult your doctor or physio. So here's what makes the backward sled different from almost everything else. It's concentric only. When you drag a sled backwards, your muscles are only ever shortening to produce force. There's no eccentric, no lowering phase, no lengthening under load. And the eccentric is the part that breaks tissues down and leaves you sore. Take it away and you've got an exercise that builds strength and floods the knee with blood without breaking down anything. And that's why you can do it pretty much every day. That's why you can do it early after a knee injury. That's why Ben Patrick's mum at 69 starts every workout with it. And his dad at 70 with no meniscus does the same thing. It scales for everyone because there's almost no downside to it. 3 things happen when you drag a sled backwards. 1, blood flow. You flood the knee with blood and nutrition. And the knee needs that because the deeper structures have poor blood supply and they heal more slowly. The sled forces circulation through them. 2, the VMO. As you drive back, you're loading the knee in the knees over toes position, which switches on the VMO. This is the muscle on the inside of the knee, the one that goes to sleep after any injury, and it doesn't wake up on its own. 3, the ACL itself. That repeated tension in a shallow knee bend position stimulates living cells within the ACL and helps it to lay down more collagen, which over time helps it get thicker and stronger. You're literally feeding the ligament. Now, you don't need a fancy sled necessarily. Here's how to start with whatever you've got. The easiest option is a treadmill. Turn it off, set it to 0 incline, hold the rails and walk backwards, pushing the belt with your feet. The friction is your resistance. Do it for 5 minutes. That's a backward sled with no sled. This is probably the most accurate feeling to the sled. If you have no treadmill, walk backwards up a gentle hill or a slope. That gravity is your resistance. Or you could load a towel or mat on a smooth floor with some weight and drag it back with a rope. Or use any sled or trowel at the gym, even empty to start. The movement itself, stay low, knee traveling forward over the toe, drive back through the ball of the foot. Small controlled steps to start and then build up the speed over time. You lean back slightly and you should feel it in the front of the thigh and around the knee. Never any sharp pain. Once you've got the movement, here's how you build it over time. Start with time, not load. 5 minutes pain-free daily, then build up to 10. Then start adding a little resistance after that. A little weight on the sled, a steeper slope, a slower treadmill that fights you more. And a bonus tip, wrap a floss band around the quad while you do it. It boosts the activation in the muscle and a lot of people feel it work even better. It's a game changer for waking up the quad and the VMO. The beauty is that there's no rush and no risk. Because it's concentric only, you can do it every single day, building a little bit each week. This is the exercise where consistency beats intensity, but you still want intensity. 5 minutes a day, every day, does more for a knee than one brutal session a week. So where does it fit? Honestly, everywhere. It's a starting point. Gentle blood flow when nothing else is safe. If you're rebuilding, it's your warm-up before the heavy joint work, priming the knee and waking the VMO. If you're returning to sport, it builds your relative strength and conditioning work. My sled work is the biggest reason I could play a 90-minute game without gassing when I came back. And if you're healthy and you want to stay that way, it's daily insurance for your knees. There is pretty much no phase of a knee journey where the backwards sled doesn't belong. And that's why it's the one I'd never give up. The backwards sled. Concentric only, so no breakdown, and you can do it daily. It floods the knee with blood, it wakes and builds the VMO, and it feeds the ACL itself. You can start on a treadmill or a slope with no kit, build time before load, floss the quad for bonus activation, and use it in every single phase. 5 minutes a day, and it's the most underrated knee exercise there is. If you want my full program built around tools like this, every phase, every progression, the demos, it's inside the Bulletproof Ballers community. It's the lowest price it will ever be right now. Check it out in the link in description. Let's make ballers bulletproof again.